Yay! Hi guys! Whew, pushing that go live button was like 3, 2, 1, just go. So I'm going to talk to you today about my top 5 tips on how to invite to a challenge group. I am going to wait like maybe 30 seconds and give you a quick little snippet about me, who I am, while some eyes hop on here. So my name is Ashley Feldison. I am from Baltimore, Maryland. Well, originally from upstate New York. Live in Baltimore, Maryland now. I was a first grade teacher, now full-time coach, and I have been so honored to have the chance to share my inviting tips with you guys. So let's dive into it. I honestly think that I was asked to speak on this because I was so terrible at it before, and this is one of my strengths in the business now, is really just to how to speak and hone in on who it is that you're talking to. So I'm going to give you my 5 tips, and then at the end I'm going to give you a little bit of an action step because I've been doing something in the last 4 months in my business that has completely altered everything. Bigger months, higher paychecks, more coaches signed, etc. And I'm really going to give you that call to action, and I hope that you guys follow through with it if you're not already doing something like that. And if you have seen me before speak on team calls, I'm sure you've heard me talk about it, but it is like my baby. It has changed my business, so I'm excited to talk to you about it. So what are the 5 things? I am going to look over here because I have my list of 5 things written down. First thing is creating an action plan and knowing when you're going to do things, what you're going to do that month. And so I'll go into why why I had to focus on that, but that's the first one. Number 2 is understanding what your tribe is looking to accomplish. Number 3 is building invites that get through to people. Number 4 is utilizing your stories as a public invite. And then number 5 is squashing objections in order for them to see their potential in your challenge groups. Okay, so let's go back to number 1, creating an action plan as to when you're starting and what you're starting. So for me, this was my missing link in my business. I was like looking for anybody with a pulse, and I'm sure a lot of you can agree at the beginning of our business. We are just like taking everybody. We don't care what they're doing. We don't care if they're drinking Shakeology. We don't know when they're starting. We just kind of like sign them up and we're looking for the next person. And that was my biggest weakness in my business when I got started. In all of 2016, that was my biggest weakness. And so I realized that I had to create a rock solid plan for myself in order to really build a structured business organization. Not only that, it's really easy to duplicate once you have incredible systems instilled in your business. So I just needed to be on top of my schedule. And so for those of you who aren't right now, build a monthly marketing plan. So when are you going to start your challenge groups? When are you going to start your coaching sneak peeks? Whatever groups that you're running. But more importantly, when are you going to start your challenge groups? And so here are some questions that I'm going to ask you in order for you to develop a plan. When will you start? What will you call it? How many people do you want in it? What will you be focusing on? Will you have incentives? Will you have a daily post? Will you be counting points? Will you be running it with another coach? Will you have a challenge tracker app? Will you make it mandatory to have Shakeology or the performance line? What program will you be doing yourself? And so by having these questions answered and knowing your invites and the way that you're speaking to people, you're going to have knowledge, you're going to have confidence, and you're going to know exactly when you're going to get started and the type of person you want to take along with you. And so having the plan is going to make your invites much more fluid. And so the next 4 things are really just about how to invite, but you've got to develop a strong plan. When I started, I would say I started really creating a monthly marketing plan in January. Was when I sat down and said to myself, okay, I can't have another year of like stagnant income. I need to have I have to have an increase in my income. And in order for me to do that, I have to reflect on what's working and what's not working. And for me, I was all over the place. Develop a plan. Okay. So once you've developed a plan of when you're starting, how many people you're going to start with, what are you going to call it, so on and so forth. All those questions I just asked you, you really want to understand who it is that you are looking to get through to. Who are these people that are going to want to join you, and what are they looking to accomplish? This should be really easy for you to determine based on who you are, who you were pre-Beachbody. So a little example, for me pre-Beachbody, I was a 21-year-old struggling first grade teacher, going to grad school, putting on weight like crazy, living in my boyfriend's parents' basement with an empty cup, like cracked and bruised cup. I just had nothing, like I was just defined by my teaching job and going to grad school to be a teacher. And so I just needed an outlet. I needed, I needed somebody to look at me and say, here's your meal plan, here's your trainer, here's your support, and it just creates simplicity. So I know that that's the type of person that I want to bring on to my challenge groups. I know that that's going to be what they want to accomplish. So you've really got to understand who it is that you want to talk to by reflecting personally who you were pre-Beachbody. Okay? Are they looking to lose weight for spring break? Are they looking to get ready for wedding season? And so I kind of brought up this point because I think it was Melanie Mitro talked about this at NLC this year. She mentioned, the beginning of her business, she took a little bit of a plummet when she didn't really know how to run challenge groups. Of course, at the beginning of our business, we don't know how to run challenge groups. We don't even know what challenge groups are. But she was trying to basically recreate everything her coach was doing. But Melanie was like, I'm getting bikini ready. Like, she promoted this bikini ready boot camp. And in actuality, she didn't want to be in a bikini. That wasn't something that she could attract. That she couldn't attract those type of people and, at all in her tribe because she wasn't personally wanting to get ready for a bikini. She had just had a baby. Instead, she had to translate that. She reflected. She said, okay, why didn't this work? And it was because that wasn't her truth. She needed to translate that into exactly what it was that she was looking to accomplish, because that's what's going to help you talk, not to everybody, but talk to those certain people that are going to want to join you. And it makes it so much easier once you find that person. And so ask yourself, who was I pre-Beachbody? Who am I trying to be every single day? Are they looking to lose weight for spring break? Are they looking to get ready for wedding season? Are they looking to, get their baby weight off? Are they working to feel sexy in their cover up? Are they eager to find something that they can control? For me, that was a huge one. I wanted something that I could control outside of teaching. Are they looking for routine? Are they looking for support? Are they looking for culture? And so, again, that should be a direct reflection of who you are and what you needed pre-Beachbody. That's going to be so easy for you to share your story and be transparent and allow them to see themselves in your story. So once you've kind of found out what it is that your tribe is looking to accomplish, build invites that get through to that goal, okay? Make it about them. The worst thing that we can do in this business, and I know we've all seen this, is make it about us. I'm sure you've all gotten one, but you get a message and it's like, hey, I'm looking to hit a quota. Do you want to see my link? And they send you your link anyway, and then you have to go buy something so that they can hit their quota. We don't want to make it about us. We want to make it about them. We want to make it about the person we were, however long ago it was that you got started. And so creating invites based on that, with that in your mind, is going to make them so much more fluid, and it's going to get through to those people. And the people who aren't in your tribe are going to do you a favor and filter themselves out so that you can really talk to the people that, who is your real audience. All right. So make it about them. Offer something that that you cannot deny. For me personally, when I was 21, I think I was 21 when I started Beachbody. I know that I cannot deny the fact that I needed somebody to basically align me a meal plan, align me a workout plan, and be my cheerleader. That is what I needed. So I know that my audience, my tribe, is going to need that. Ask yourself, what did you need 2 months ago, 3 years ago, 7 years ago? What was it that you needed? And help align your invites to that. And so here's an invite that we don't want to send. This is a very self-centered invite. Okay. Hey, Name, I have 2 spots left in my May accountability group, and I'm really looking to fill them up. Want to take one? So you do mention your May accountability group, which is awesome. And that's going to make sense to them if you're talking about it on your Instagram stories and through your content. But you're saying, I'm looking to fill them up. Do you want to take one? You're not really showing them the value you have to offer them. You're not really showing if I, would you? And so that method has really worked in my business. I'm a heavy inviter. I don't have a ton of followers, but I know that my followers that I do have are my authentic audience, and I work with them and I get them goals, and they are my tribe, and I'm consistently finding new people, but inviting really helps hone in on those people who need that final hook. So instead of saying things like, what can they do for you? Translate that into what can I do for them? And so here's a simple invite that I might send. Hey, Name, it's May. What do you have plan this month. If I were to help align you to a meal and workout plan to prep for summer, would you want to hold each other accountable for 21 days? Now, keep in mind, that's something that I personally would send. Now, your tribe, your target market, your audience might be much different than mine. So if you wanted to instead take out prep for summer, you could take a peek at their Instagram profile. That's the beauty of Instagram. It's very personal in an impersonal way. Go over to it and see that they're getting ready for a wedding. See that they just had a baby. See that they're going to Greece in 2 weeks. See what they have to look forward to, or whatever, might be going on in their life. And instead of saying, get ready for summer, fill in the blank and help them see that, wow, she does really care about me. I see her showing up to herself every single day. I see her being transparent. I see her changing her own life, but she's doing this for other reasons than just to make a sale. She's doing this because she sees me on the other end and she wants me to get me to her goals. So that's just a simple invite that I would send. So if you're sending these invites, like, if I get a coach who's like, oh, I'm sending all these invites, I'm not getting really great results, and I go to their Instagram profile and I'm like, girlfriend, where's your content? You haven't posted since last Thursday. Like, I don't even see an Instagram story of your face talking. They don't match up. You've got to make your invites make sense. If you're sending invites and you're not building that trust, instilling that trust in that relationship, then people aren't going to say yes. Trust is what this business thrives on, is what's going to get people to look at you and say, wow, she's showing up to herself every single day. I know she's going to show up to me every single day and be that cheerleader that she promised me. So utilize your stories as a public invite, guys. But before you can do that, you've got to get into the proper mindset. This takes belief, like real hard belief. And I know that if you're listening to this call right now, I haven't even looked at the number of people who are watching this call, but if you are watching me right now, hearing me talk, you are on this call for a reason. You're on this live training for a reason. Not because you are looking to hit Success Group 100 this month, I hope not. Not because you're looking to get a higher paycheck, but because my topic was improving how to invite to a challenge group, because you have an incredible gift to give people, and that starts with belief. But in order for you to have that belief, you've got to start. And for me, a big chunk of why I feel like I'm successful in this business is that I've completely transformed my life. And if anything in the world that I believe in, it's this, because this is the one thing that has brought me so much freedom. And whenever I go to send an invite, whenever I sit down to send an invite, I know damn well, sorry, am I allowed to swear? I know damn well that $180, sure, for some people that's going to be tough. For some people that's a week of groceries or whatever, maybe even a month of groceries. But I will instantly tell them, girlfriend, I would spend $5,000 if I could go back in time on that 21-day fixed challenge pack that I spent $160, $140 for. I would go back and spend $5,000 on it if I knew that I'd be exactly where I am today 3 years later. And that's the type of belief people start to feel from you. Not by your inviting, not by your, by your behind the scenes stuff, but by you sharing your passion like wildfire and that consistency showing up to yourself every single day. That's where the belief starts, okay? So get in that proper mindset when you start your Instagram stories. And you have an incredible gift to give people. You have a challenge group that's going to transform their life, and that is just going to roll over month to month, okay? You've got to find those people who feel the way that you feel and help them unfeel that way. So envision your avatar. Sometimes I'll get on my Instagram story and I just make video after video after video, and I'm like, Ashley, first of all, it's taking you an hour to get a 15-second clip out. Stop, center yourself back in. Who are you even trying to talk to? And I try to jot down a couple notes, and I get myself together and I hone in on who it is that I'm talking to. The coolest part about this business is that we're just trying to talk to ourselves. We're trying to talk to a person at a different season in our life. So my season 3 years ago was much different than where I am now, but I've been her. So I know how to talk to her. It just takes a lot of centralizing and realizing how to talk to her and how to get through to her. Reflect on that, but speak to her. Don't cloud your Instagram stories with print after print after print. Yes, make cute graphics, and I'm going to talk to you guys, give you a little bit of advice with that in a second. But if you can talk about something and allow people to feel your emotion, you are going to get such a better result out of it. every time I have a challenge group, and you could go pop over into my Instagram right now, I made one yesterday, I just get on and I talk about like 2 clips. So I'll have like, let's say I know that my challenge group is starting May 14th and I have 12 available spots left. Okay, so my first 2 clips will basically be me showing up, telling them or reminding them about my May 14th challenge group. And then my next one might be about what they're gonna get with it. And I'm sharing my excitement, I'm sharing my passion, and just sharing those 2 things. And then on the next slide, the next story, because right, they're clicking through it, will be a little bit of a graphic that I made. And I actually took this idea from Brittany Leggett, who I love to death. And she makes really cute graphic. You know, it's obviously she's successful. It works. She's putting her little flair into it. And instead of taking other people's graphics, like when people screenshot my graphic and put it on their story, I'm like, come on, go make your own. But go onto Canva. If you guys go onto Canva, you don't even have to have the paid for version for this. Go on there, you have a poster. It's called Poster. And it's almost, not exactly, but it's almost the perfect fit for an Instagram story. If you take like a centimeter off on each side, you will have the perfect Instagram story, like a perfect Instagram story template. And so every single month I make 2. I make 2 different templates. My one is the name of my boot camp. I'll say like May boot camp or whatever I call it that month. And then I'll have it numbered with the amount of names that I want in my group. And so this is gonna, obviously this goes back to having your detailed plan at the beginning and knowing what you wanna call it and how many people you want in your group. And so this month I had it numbered 1 to 12. And so I launched the May boot camp and just told everybody about it at the beginning of the month. And so consistently every couple of days, I'll be posting that in there, showing people that the names are filling up and tagging my new challengers in there. And then they feel cool and I'm giving them a little bit of shout out. And then I'm putting like seven spots left and then like an arrow and like a GIF. And then more spots will fill up. It'll be like 2 spots left. And then on the next page, I'll do some like 2 to 3 before and afters of my own clients. And so the reason I say my own clients is because having that accountability for myself, knowing that every month I need new clients to show on my Instagram story makes me be a better coach, makes me show up to them and want to get incredible results for myself, for my accountability's sake, so I can pull them on my Instagram story and share that with the world. And so I'll like say, check out like a GIF arrow and say, check out my girls from my last boot camp, and I'll share 3 of them. And then at the end, I'll do a poll. And so just get into the routine of it. I do this whenever I'm about to launch my challenge group. I do it like 2 to 3 times a week. And by having that poll, it gives you a way to go in and message everybody. Also, I invite people based on the ones who stick around till the end. They are a little interested. So I go to those people who are actually watching my story, and I'm going to share my method in a second of inviting. But I go to those people who are watching all the way to the end, and I invite them and just ask them if they're interested in joining me. But utilize your Instagram story, okay? And that's what I do. I just update it as I go. I make those 3 slides, update it as I go. If you do want a little bit of an example, I did put it on there yesterday. It's still on there. You can take a look. My handle is Ashfeld Dyson. All right, last one I want to talk about, and then I'm going to share my Instagram or my inviting method and then open some questions. So final one is squashing objections in order for them to see their potential. And I know that you might be like, well, this doesn't go with inviting. I think publicly inviting to a challenge group is huge. So we hear the word no. Instantly, we have to turn that into opportunity. Every time we hear a no, we have an opportunity to do something with it, okay? The best way for you to publicly invite people to your incredible challenge groups is to know that it will change their life. And you've got to feel that through your content, okay? So we're going to squash those objections. All the objections you hear in your inbox, we're going to squash them. Spread that passion and just relate. Always relate to people. Don't feel like they're out to get you if they send you a no or not right now or whatever they send you. Don't feel like they're out to get you. Take it as, all right, this is an opportunity to do something much bigger, and spread that passion and just relate. So let's say you get the objection, not enough money. I always say, been there, sister. I know the feeling, but and I always say, I was a full-time grad student when I started this program. I had pennies in my bank account, But I knew that if I was going to spend money on anything, invest money on anything, it needed to be my health. And of course, they're not going to respond right away with, oh, you're so right. Maybe they will. That'll be awesome. But it's not going to be like an instant mind change. But it is going to be another seed planted. Maybe you just watered that seed and showed them that you've been there and they can see themselves in your story a little bit. Now take that objection and create a post about it. Because you know, if Sally has that post, or Sally has that mindset or that objection, Sue, Sam, and Sarah probably all have that objection as well, because your audience are going to be very similar. Your tribe is going to be very similar. So create a post out of it. Maybe not as soon as she gives you that objection, you make a public post about it, but go in your notepad and create something up that is really talking to your tribe and give them a call to action. Tell them about your next boot camp. Okay, not enough time is a huge one. I always say, oh, what is time? I actually started this because I was a full-time first grade teacher living in my boyfriend's parents' basement and going to grad school 3 nights a week. This program is built for busy people. You know, would it be worth it to you to wake up and just do 30 minutes a day to like have that mental clarity throughout the day? And I asked them that question. And of course, again, it's not just that instant yes, but it's another seed planted. Build a post out of it. Publicly post it on your you know, your Instagram or your Facebook profile. There's a public invite right there. Give them a call to action. Boom. And if you do a call to action and you only get one person out of it, like one person, that's so worth it. If you just get one person to drop an emoji, so worth it. All right. Another objection, last objection before I share my inviting method. I've tried everything. My favorite, like I always say, girlfriend, yo-yo is my middle name. But listen, if it changes your life even a fraction of what it's changed mine, you will be forever grateful. And I'm just sharing my belief with her. And I always say, you deserve to try. You know, would you give it a shot? And then again, build a post out of it so that Sally has it, Sam, Sue, and Sarah can all feel that public invite as well and really get that objection squashed. Okay, so if you have any questions, please ask them in the comment box. I don't see any yet, but I'm going to share with you my inviting method. So if I can give you any advice at all, is to, you know, make up where we don't have talent in numbers. In January, I think I started my Instagram profile with like 2,100 followers, and I knew that I wasn't going to hit Success Club 100 or whatever my goal was, you know, change 50 lives a month. I wasn't going to be able to do that if I just waited for people to come to me. Not with 2,100 followers. I had to go out and I had to actively find them. I had to work with what I had right now. And so I created a system that is super easy to duplicate. I'd really, really love for you guys to take this week and do it. Okay, today's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 5 days to do this. And I want you to tag me in it. But I have a little binder that looks like this. I have a binder that looks like this, and I started at actually just a notebook. This was strictly my Instagram inviting notebook. So when I was using this, I'll show you what it looks like. You have 1 through 35. You have 35 names. That's an old one. 1 through 35, 35 through 70. There are 70 possibilities right here on this piece of paper. That's 70 opportunities for you to get your fingertips inside of 70 people's inboxes. Like, whenever I talk to my girls and they like start doing this, like even if they do it Monday, Wednesday, Friday, they all hit Success Club by the end of the week, because people need to be contacted. People need that final hook. And so this was the method I started in January, and has completely changed my business, getting my fingertips into 60 to 70 inboxes each and every single day. And so when I say that, I don't mean it's a new invite every day, but it is whatever they need. And so let's say I go to my Instagram profile and I click my followers. I will type in A, so the letter A, and everybody who follows me, that Instagram handle begins with the letter A pops up, and I just go through those people. The next day I'll do B, the next day I'll do C, the next day I'll do D, and that's just one way to do it. If you start scrolling through those people, open their inbox, see what they need. Do they need a relationship built? Do they need a follow-up? Do they need a new invite? Do they just need to, for you to tell them how cute their dog is? Whatever it is that they need, this is 70 opportunities for you to build a relationship with them or continue that relationship, okay? And so that's one way that I do it. I do it based on people who are watching my Instagram story, and then based on people who are liking my content on my actual feed. And so finding 70 people each and every single day. It could be returning people, returning relationships, and just ongoing relationships as well. So in here, I actually just created this on like a document, but I'm now doing 60. So I do 1 through 6, or 1 through 30, 31 through 60, and I do this 5 days a week. And it's just easy. I go through and I write down every single handle that I talk to. Now, whenever I get a response back, I circle it. So whenever somebody responds back to me, I circle it. And whenever I send out a link for them to order, I star it. This is just a really easy way for me to stay on top of my peeps. Circle it if they respond back to me, star it if I send them the price. And then really what I love that I've started doing is on the next page. Sorry if this is hard to see. I should have made this into a document. I write down the people who said they were going to order, who I sent a link to, and then it's just a place for me. It's a blank piece of paper. It's a blank place for me to take notes if I'm doing PD that day, when I'm doing PD that day, if I'm doing any trainings that day, if I, want to do a brain dump. It gives me a place to do that on an empty piece of paper right on the same side. And so, as I progress through the week, I can go back and I can see all the people who said they were going to order. I can look back on my notes. I can reflect on all the people who I circled, who responded. And on my Sunday, I can go in and I can follow up with all those people. This method changed my business. It changed my volume. It helped me triple my income. It has changed everything, the amount of lives that I change every single month. And it has changed the way my coaches are running their businesses because it's so easy to duplicate. So if I can give you one task, it is to take out a notebook, a simple notebook. I had a little pink notebook. Designate it just for invites and do this 5 days this week, okay? I want to hold you guys accountable. So if you do it tonight, when you do it tonight, write out those 60 to 70 names, post them here, and I'd love for you to see, or I'd love to see it. And then at the end of the week, tell me the change you've seen in your business because you're going to get more ongoing relationship. You're going to get more ongoing conversations. You're going to get more yeses. You're going to get you're going to get a ton more no's, but you're going to feel so much better. The reason I love doing it this way is that I was the type of person where I'd be like, all right, I'm going to go lay on the couch and send invites. And then my dog would have to go to the bathroom and I needed to get a drink of water. But then I'd be like, oh, I already sent invites today. I'm good. I had nothing to quantify the amount of invites I was sending. And now this way it's quantifiable. If I want to wake up in the morning and bust out 15, perfect. But I know staring at me on my desk is however many more waiting for me to finish that day. It's quantifiable. We cannot determine our worth in this business by the amount of people that say yes. We cannot determine our worth in this business by the amount of successful points we have. We can only control the controllable. And this is one of those things that is so controllable. Okay, so do that. I don't think I have any questions. I only have one comment. What's the one comment that I have? I can't even see it. Hang on, let me make this full screen. Okay, well, I guess I don't have any questions. If you do have any questions and you want to ask them on my video or underneath here, I will come in and I will post it. Or if I have any YouTube videos, I will post them under your question. But I hope that was super helpful for you guys, and I hope you have an awesome rest of your week. Bye.